Bonjour everyone. We just wanted to give you a little update. Myself and Budo are feeling very happy today. Budo, do you want to explain
what the timber's for?
Yeah, what the timber's for.
Right, so you guys are seeing us bring loads and loads of timber here, but it's all needed and it's all bought for a reason. And this one is a select tulip wood, which is going to be our kitchen floor, which you'd pay a lot of money for, and the bedroom as well. We're going to make the bedroom floor out of this as well, but you'd pay a lot of money for if you was having it bought ready done. And what will happen is I will, if you want to just show them what it looks like on the surface. Okay, so
let me just go down.
Right, so this is in the rough. So I've got to plane it all up, make all the T and G, do all the edge V jointing on the edging. Okay, there'll be a very light V jointing on the edging. So this will then be spirit stained. I have a 2-mix stain that I make up, gives me a nice nutty warm brown colour. And then we'll put probably a oil sealer on this of some sort, like a mixed out oil sealer shellac. And then on top of that I'll put a waterborne finish, which is a 2-pack system, for durability, because in a kitchen you want that durability. Yeah, because
there'll be a lot of traffic, won't there?
There'll be a lot of traffic, yeah. But it's to last the longevity. You know? And because this is a hardwood as well. Now the colour we're going for is not oak, but it's not chestnut. It's a sort of, I have to show you when I do it, because we didn't want to be blitzed out with everything with oak. You know, we just want, because our kitchen's going to be a hand painted finish kitchen. For me, oak is a beautiful timber. It's quite expensive, but to get the beauty of oak, being in the trade for like 40 odd years now, to get the beauty of oak, you don't want to hold everything oak. What you've got to do is you've got to have partial parts of it of oak to stand out. You know, so if you have your worktops maybe just oak, or your flooring or shelving or certain things like units or freestanding units, then that becomes nice because it's a focal point. But when you walk into a room, I didn't want it to go blitzkrieg oak, everything oak, because
it's too overpowering.
It's overpowering and it takes it away from it. And that's not
I think as well it darkens a room a lot.
It darkens a room, but it also, you know, no getting away from oak is a beautiful timber. But you know, it's you want to see the beauty of oak by looking at smaller pieces of oak, smaller sections.
Like on windows, doors, floorings, maybe skirtings, yeah. And yep. So,
but that's why I want to go with the tulip wood as a floor. It's still a hardwood. It's not as expensive as oak, but it's just as expensive to have them manufactured and laid.
I've been contemplating all my time. My thoughts make me tired, just running through my mind. Wonder if there's peace that I can find, instead of always being on the grind. I need a new purpose, I'm looking for so much more. Don't leave me here searching, you're just what I'm longing for. When times are getting crazy and everything seems hazy, is there some place for safety?
So I went up and collected these boards. It's it's poplar I bought, but it's put it in the kiln for me. Killed it, that's a blower, but it doesn't matter. Sorry, try just wait a minute. And what? Yeah, right. While I was there, it had some cedar of Lebanon, right? Cedar Lebanon is an absolutely beautiful tree to look at. But more than that, cedar Lebanon is. Hang on, just to get that on there. Cedar Lebanon is a fantastic wood for durability, it never rots, and its smell is divine. it makes chestnut, even chestnut's beautiful, but it makes chestnut look sour. Anyway, so me being me, said, could I have some Sciere 11 and buy it? And he had no more in. He said it was all sold to a client already. So when he gets the next lot in, he's going to keep me some. So only a few boards I want. So I wait on that. But look it up, guys. Sciere 11, beautiful smelling timber, and it's really, really good. It's one of the best timbers you could use for your bee boxes and bee frames. So he's got some nice bows in, but it don't matter because we're only taking that section out there. Okay, folks. So that's all the timber in now. That's that pile on the top there. 46 planks in total, and they are 12 foot something, or a little bit longer, maybe 3.7s I think, if I remember rightly. So Trace, well done.
Merci beaucoup. I'm just looking for Tracy's ball. She's lost it again.
Oh dear.
I think we did well.
High five on that one. Okay folks, so change of a job today. So I'm putting this panelling up on in the porch, but I had to do a bit of wiring first, put a light fitting into a junction box. So basically I've run a cable in live and then back to switch, which we're going to put here, switch here, and then back to the pendant or light fitting. I've started insulating above the rafters on the top. Then just putting this match boarding on. Then I'm going to insulate down these sides, match board that all the way down into there. You can see I've done that back wall, which goes there. And that's sort of tidying it up a little bit. So we get this ceiling work out the way, and it'll stop them bad drafts coming in at the ends as well. I've got the fascias to put on still. I've got so many jobs to do. And then I can start on the boot boxes. Just a quick one, folks. I want to come back on this electricals. In France, it's a little bit different than it is in the UK. In the UK, we work on a ring main mainly. Not so much for lighting, but on the mains line. But it's very simplified here, I think, anyway. So you terminate all your connections into a junction box, and then you know, for your main cable, your switch line and your light all come in here rather than doing it at the light rows. In England, we normally do it on the light rows up here. But this is a nice system, and then I'll just use them Wago connectors. Therefore, just connecting the lines together. You just have to get the right combination. I won't go into that, but yeah, just a nice little tidy thing. So now I'll just put a cover plate on that, and then all this here gets cut neatly once I change the door frame, because the door frame comes down lower, so I get a nice straight line across there. But slowly, so I've just put that panel in there, and I'm going to crack on now and get these done. Okay, quick simple job done now. So that's all the match boarding on the ceiling in the porch, all the insulation's in and all the cabling and the junction box. What we do is with that, we just paint that the same colour, because it's got to all be filled and painted another coat on there. Tracy will be doing. So yeah, so we're getting ready to put a light on in there. Just got to pick up a switch because I haven't got no switches here. And the porch is moving on famously. I just want to show you what we call butterfly hinges. These are what I was looking for, and I found them. So they're brass butterfly hinges, and they're for the tops of the boxes. They get inset, you get to see this part of them. They'll be cut into the hardwood tops, and they'll open up as they do like that. Okay, so they'll open up, lift the lid up and down on the and you'll have the fronts in. So that's my next job in here. I'm just trying to tidy up a few jobs around before we really get our teeth into the kitchen. So I'm going to sort this one out, do the boot boxes. Tracy's going to order the floor, excuse me, put the light on, put the switch on, give all the windows a clean, and then we can and lime wash the lime plaster. A little bit of touching in here and there to do, but okay folks, quick update on the porch. So I've wired in Tracy's little copper and brass lantern. We was going to have a bigger one, but it was a bit too low, so we've gone for this one. That's a pretty little thing anyway. Nice for a porch. And I've put the framework in and fixed all this boot box fronts, so that's all solid. A little bit of filling to do on the screw holes and things on the outsides. Clean the floor up, and I'm now going to go, because it's 3 o'clock, so I'm now going to go and start doing the box tops. Yeah, so I'm making them in the oak, so it'll be the same as the oak here, but they'll be on the tops there. And let me just explain that. So you see that little brace there that's sticking away, that's 200mm, same with this side, 200mm, and in between that will be the door. Okay, and it will go to a back end which is roughly 2 inches off the back, and then you'll have the 2 butterfly hinges, brass showing, and then the lid lifting, and at the front it'll just overhang a little bit with a round nosing on there, and that'll be on both of them. And then we've got our boot boxes sorted, so all our boots and shoes and outside messy stuff can all go in there. And it's all vented, so you've got air going under and air coming out through the grill part of it, if you like, which you want when you store your boots and shoes. You want that fresh air keep round them, and in the porch is an ideal situation. Anyway, let me know what you think.
Chocolate chips and memories, coffee and homemade cookies, they make me feel at home. Father, brother, mother dear, you're so far but feel right here no matter how far I go. There's love inside. There's love inside. Boy, green and gold uniforms and a breezy colored autumn day. Phone a friend who's talking trash, or how's the team and how's your dad, and how some things just never change. There's love inside. There's love inside. She felt the same, the words painted around the sides. Been too long since I've gone, but 3 days and 2 months, and I hold it closer every night. Say, there's love inside. There's love inside. And the star that I keep reaching will only give what I put in. So, put love inside. Oh, put love inside. There's love inside.
Okay folks, so Tracy's prepping and painting the boot box fronts, and I'm just now, I've selected these boards. These are oak boards, okay, and 2 will be joined together. 2 will be joined together there, and they will make the tops. They're going to make the tops for the boot boxes. So I've just selected them now, so I'm going to plane them all up and then joint them. I'm going to hand plane these edges to get them to come lovely and tight together, both of them. and I'll show you a bit later. That's good. That off there. Nice sharp plane. Right, let's try that in there. Perfect. So I'm going to join these two bits of timber together. Then I'm going to cut a 2-inch strip out the back, right through. Then I'll cut the door out. Then I'll join the two sides that I've cut off the strip back to the strip. That creates my door for my lid. And then I'll hinge it. So I'm happy with that one. I'm going to do the second one now. Stay to the end of this video though, or this part of the segment, because I'll tell you something fascinating about this timber. But let's bring you in and show you. Okay, so I'll just showing you I'm jointing these boards together. See how nice that joint becomes. Nice and tight all the way down. It isn't even clamped up yet, it's just pushed up against it. That's the key with joinery, we call this joinery, carpentry, is always finishing things off by hand. Don't just rely on machines to do everything. I always like to finish by hand finishing everything. But there you go, that's that board jointed up. So I'll get that jointed with the jointing machine, which is a little biscuit jointer. Had it many years, bought it about 25 years ago. Still good use now, still use it. It's ideal for this situation. Ordinarily I prefer to do a tongue joint, so I groove all the way down both boards and slip a tongue inside, but my groover that I use has broken an edge off, so it's got to go back to the machine shop to get a new tip put on it. So I'm going to do it with a biscuit jointer, which I don't use a lot. I'm not mad into biscuit jointing and domino jointing. It's very hit and miss. It's lovely at the time, but later on when the moisture gets into it, they normally sort of open a bit. But tongue joints are much better because you've got a much bigger glue surface area, which is more important. But anyway, look. And I'm using my rebate plane. You don't normally use this plane for that jointing. I've got a jointing plane in the bottom of the box, but I didn't want to move all that clubber off there, so just leave it there.
Paralyzed, like no disguise, no shame. Paradise, the grandest prize, no game. Paraclete shows a pair of hearts to the king. Sun applies, this is worth the fight, angels sing. This is the Big Bang, the cracking of the code. This is the chord that made the first spark explode. This is the music that made the whole world turn. The love that we all came from, into which we now return. And turn, 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 turn. Turn, 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 and turn. Holy souls resting, taught in water. travel far, followed all the stars and the sun. Now we're here with a silent ear and one gold band together and we sing. This is the Big Bang, the cracking of the core. This is the chord that made the first speck explode. This is the music that made the whole world turn. The love that we all came from, into which we now return. And turn, 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 turn. And turn, 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 turn. What a beautiful dance. Music animates the eye. Though we all shall lead, we will follow at last. Along with the Big Bang, the cracking of the code. Along with the chord that made the first speck explode. And all the music that made the whole world turn. The love that we all came from, to which we now return. And turn, 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 turn. And turn, 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 and turn, 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 and turn, 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 turn.
Okay folks, so you can see what I'm doing. I'm cutting this out to accommodate this brass butterfly. It's called a butterfly hinge, and you normally would see these on bar countertops and things like that, yeah, for the door they open and shut. This is a smaller version, but you get bigger versions and different versions of these, but this is a nice heavy duty solid brass butterfly hinge. But I just want to talk about quickly the joint. There's very intricate cutting here, so you need your chisel skills, if you like, to cut, because first of all you've got to cut this part out inside. Let me point to it with a pencil, it might be easier. Okay, looks a bit like a cross in there. I call it the Maltese cross, I don't know why, but I always done it. And it's to accept this part here of the hinge. So you've got your two knuckles, and then you've got this little back plate, or roll plate it is, right, which is all integral. It's all a solid bit of brass. Okay, so when that hinge opens up, I'll just show you. Look, it floats free and it goes back again. All right, and that's got to move within that space there. Back in the day, when I used to do these, say we was doing bar work or anything like that, you know, whatever we're doing them for, you'd get good money for these. So I think it was around about 20 quid then per hinge cut. I know I shouldn't talk about money, but I just want to tell you that that's the time, because you have to spend a lot of time doing this hinge. This is just a straightforward hinge. It takes, I mean, that's took me a good 10 minutes to cut that out or more, you know, just over 10 minutes to cut that out and get it right. Probably could speed up when I'm doing a few more, but let me just show you in its position. So what we do is we just drop that in there and that should fit. Let me just get my oh, where did I put it? Right, I have to do it like this. Okay, so it becomes nice and flush. It's a nice, really tight joint. I'll bring you in a bit closer if I can. There we go. So you want a nice, tight, clean joint. And to get that, you need to take your time and do it slowly. Okay. I didn't show it because it is time consuming. It will use up 10 to 12 minutes, whatever, of video time just to show you to do that. But still got one more to do over this side, and then 2 more on the next board. So that one there's got to be cut in. So I might do that under speed ramp for you. But doesn't that look pretty, eh? So when this oak is all oiled and that brass is shiny, it'll look really classy. And that'll be the lid coming up. Let me explain how I did this. There's 2 ways of doing this. You could rip all the way through and have a 2-inch bit, which I said I would do in the first place, but I decided to go this way because it saves me working on this hinge twice. Working on that side, then working on this side. I've just done it all in one go, and I remembered that from the past because I haven't done it for a while. And then what we do is we hand cut this line here, both sides, and that creates the door, the flap up and down. I've just got to put a rolled edge on the front of this, and that's it. Then I can fit this. But I've just quickly then, folks, so you see me now, I've cut the knuckles depths out. I need to get down to 8mm, which is this. Okay, well, it's just under 8mm actually, but I'll make it 8mm, just give me a bit of clearance. Now what I've got to do is cut this bar in. Okay, this is this floating bar here, which is these ones marked out here. Okay, so I'm going to cut them out next, so then I can sink this in there and check all my lines are nice and even for that to bed down into. Right, so I'll speed ramp it again because it's tedious, and you'd get bored too quickly watching that, just watching that on its own. Oh, I want to say one thing. I'll show you how I use this in a minute. We call it a granny's tooth. Okay, I made this in college back in early 80s, mid 80s, coming up to mid 80s somewhere. Okay, so it was a little thing I made up to do a job, because we had to, in college, not only did we learn carpentry, but we learned to make tools and sharpen tools properly. It was done the old way, you know. Sitting guilds properly, you know, is a long process to get to learn carpentry properly. But anyway, let's speed ramp now. Okay, so you see that's now flat, sitting down on top of the timber, flat. And okay, the knuckle, let me get it out. So the knuckles and the back plate here, or the roll plate, is nice and sunk into this, what I call the Maltese square. So now what I'm going to do is I'm going to cut this line fine just inside the line. So that's my line I cut out earlier. I'm going to cut inside there with the chisel all the way around. Og that out, we call it ogging it out when you're clearing out something. Clear all this out here and all this. And then you'll see me using this tool as I come down to get a nice flat surface. And basically what this tool does, this has an adjustment up and down here. Okay, so it go up and down, and the depth here, as you will see, is the depth of that hinge plus ½ mil, right? Because I want a little bit of room in there so it goes down into it nice and flush. Anyway, let's put you on the old speed ramp again. So there you are. That's the granny's tooth doing its work. It's a chisel really, laying flat, if you like. And this is like it's like a port. No, what would they call it? A manual router, if you want. Let's call it. This is where your routers came from, I suppose. So what I'm going to do, I'm just going to clean up this edge now to come onto my line, tidy that up, do this side. And that's finished, because you've seen basically what I do there is the same as what I do there, okay? And then I'll just clean this up, and then I'll show you the hinge going in. We'll put some screws in, and Bob's your uncle, Fanny's your aunt. Okay folks, so the last bit of the sequence on this, I pre-drilled my holes, okay, for my screws. Always do that when you're using brass. I'll just drop that in there neatly. I need to get it down flush, so I put a bit of wood on there. That is an absolute perfect fit, same as the other one. Okay, so that's a nice tidy fit, professional. So when I cut this lid out now, that will just pivot on that position. Now going to the screws, we're using brass screws, and those who know me and have been watching in the past, I'm a bit anal with my screws. I don't mean that in a literal way. I'm not that inclined. But I like to get all my slots facing the same way. And basically, I'm not going to do all these up and show you them all, but you saw me there. I put them in what we call tallow. Yeah, you can use wax, beeswax or tallow. Tallow is hardened beef fat, if you like. They put something else in it, and I can't remember what it was now, but anyway. So what I'll do is, as I bring these screws down, I like to go slides that way across. So I'll line them up, and then all my screws will line up that way. Okay, all that way. It doesn't matter. You can go any way you like, but for me, I'll just I'll tweak that until it's absolutely perfect. It's something I really pick up on when I'm walking around and I see other jobs done. Because look at the screws, you know. And if you're doing brass on brass here, and they're slotted, which is traditional, because we want this to look oldie woldy with the porch, because this is the porch boxes, lids. That's what we're aiming for, nice straight slots in line.
I'm walking, but all these thoughts are running. Yelling, catch me if you can, and I'm wondering if I should chase behind or stop wondering and try to take a stand. Oh, and they keep asking where the hell I'm going, who I'll be for the rest of my life. Well, I don't know where time is gonna take me. No, I'm just trying to take my time. I'm dreaming, and my coffee is steaming, getting colder with time, and I'm wondering if maybe all this dreaming is better left to the night. Oh, but lately I've been having trouble sleeping. Well, I just toss and turn all night, and I don't know where time is gonna I'll take my time.
So hello folks, so as you can see, the porch is all done on the inside now. Tiles finished, boxes done, the boot boxes with the beautiful brass butterfly hinges. We have this side is English oak, this side is American oak, and the whole porch was made with French oak. And that's what I wanted to tell you guys about the little special thing about the oak. I brought this American white oak, which is lovely straight grained in England. I brought it over, and this was a project I done in England many years ago, and I had a piece, I had some more than this, of this English oak left. This is English oak on the quarter sawn. So I thought I'd amalgamate into the porch. So we've got a good mixture there, and all the ceiling's done, the light's in. Sorry about the bright light. So ceiling's done. Tracy's done a wonderful job on painting it all, and it's looking a bit posh now. Now we go back to the kitchen. Happy days.